Like
Mitch McConnell's hand looks like this, but just more wrinkles.
What if he's slowly becoming black as he ages? Because he was cursed. That. He was cursed by a fucking I don't know, like a like a voodoo witch.
A voodoo witch. Sticks and glue, niggas. You nigga too. And then he goes.
Hey, look, it's a little dead meme.
Boom, boom. All right.
The little journey.
What the fuck are you doing? What is this, Pikmin?
You know
what is this? What's happening? Oh, I haven't. I've never seen. You know, I've never seen a single episode of Law and Order.
You see, no, that's not true. That's not true.
I'm not even kidding. Well, no, hold on. There is that one.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
There's the one Logan Paul episode of Law and Order that I did see, but that I forgot.
Oh my god.
That's my only. What is going on with your camera, bro?
My fucking it's on the trailing thing, and then it just completely got lost.
It just ignored
you. Got a ghost.
Completely.
That's why you got a ghost in your house, and it followed the ghostly spirit that walked past
Remember,
you.
people would say that shit like your camera loses focus, your webcam loses focus because it's trying to focus on a ghost behind you.
On a ghost.
Dumbest,
I'm like, yeah, that makes
dumbest
sense.
shit.
That makes sense.
I remember shit like that.
On an invisible thing because that's how cameras work.
I remember shit like that, man. I remember those text messages that you would get, like where it's like you forward this to 3 people or else you're gonna die.
Oh, you're gonna die.
And like I remember being young enough I remember being young enough when I got those to being like,
just in case.
I'm pretty confident this isn't true, so I'm not gonna do it, but I'm scared a little bit. like I would go to bed kind of scared.
I would just in case, and then fucking rope my friends into it too, and they're like, "Yo, fuck you, Kingston." I'm sorry, guys.
I would never just in case, but I would always be super stressed.
See, you guys fucked up because you had. See, I created some from scratch where you would send them to women exclusively, and you'd be like, if you don't send me 3 nudes within X amount of time,
you're a deviant.
Your entire. I'm obviously fucking around. I couldn't string anything good enough together to make it sound authentic. But yeah,
that's fucking hilarious. I feel like I know kids that did that. I feel like I know kids that definitely did that.
Probably. The thing is, I haven't really seen that. I would admire it if I really did come across it. I'd be like, wow, that's
so
devious.
fucking great. Derek in like 2001.
Pussy,
Derek in 2001, like just staring at the horizon, saying like, "I am become devil, purveyor of nudes,
pervert,
fucking ridiculous." Anyway,
destroyer of women's self-esteem.
Every time you turn your back, it gets dark. And you're like, what the hell is wrong with
I gotta mention this. I gotta mention this before I forget. I went to a concert the other night. For the first concert I've been to in a fucking probably since 2021. I think. I don't think I saw any shows in 2022 as far as I remember. And it was fucking Animals as Leaders.
Oh, nice.
Devin Townsend and fucking Dream Theater.
Oh, wow.
They're doing this weird fucking.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
How long was that fucking show?
It was like 3 hours. It was like a 3-hour show. I think it was.
That's it?
Okay.
It
was. It might have been a little bit longer.
I was thinking like a Dream Theater song's like fucking 2 days long.
Yeah. There were a couple of them where I was like, damn, this is a long fucking song. But dude, man, super fucking awesome show. Like a really, really good time. And I almost wasn't gonna go because I was like, oh man, the traffic in LA is so demoralizing that it almost convinced me not to go.
You had to go to the Novo?
We went to the SoFi Stadium. It was the YouTube theater next to the SoFi Stadium, so it's like Inglewood.
Oh, that's not as bad. That's not as bad.
It's not as bad, but it's not good.
You still got
going to the one, dude.
Like
going to the Anaheim one to see Kendrick
shit
was crazy.
Well, yeah, you're going to Anaheim.
First it was Kendrick. First it was Kendrick.
That's pretty far. Yeah,
so every Californian had to be there.
Yeah.
And then it was in Anaheim, and that theater's enormous, so it was full of people. But when I saw The Weeknd in K Tronada, that shit was not that bad at all.
Yeah,
we were also very close.
I just saw The Weeknd wearing that MF Doom mask. I didn't know if like I didn't know if it was an homage or if he's like that nigga's dead and I'm just him
now.
ever since his
Doom.
ever since his HBO show kind of fell apart, like he's been trying to find a new identity, I think.
Yeah, he's like, oh fuck, it wasn't as controversial as people were saying it was.
Did you see that?
First episode of it was horrible.
Like you actually watched the show? I didn't see any of it.
First episode, it was horrible. I was like, I can't watch any more of this.
Yeah, was he just like singing and shit?
No, it's just the weekend going like it's literally. I'm not even exaggerating. I'm not even exaggerating. There are clips that I've seen of that show where it's just the weekend going, yeah, I'm gonna lick you up. I'm gonna lick your fucking fat, gross, wet pussy up and down, and like, oh man, it, like literally like just the grossest shit coming out of the Weeknd's mouth, and it's like, you are the Weeknd. You can't be talking like this.
Have you heard his music, bro? Have you heard his music?
No,
he be
but it's
talking
different.
Like that, bro.
No, you can't. No, but you can sing like that. People can sing whatever the fuck they want. You can't talk like that. You can't talk like that. It demystifies the singing. Now, because now it's just like, because now I know what you're saying when you're singing, and it's like, ugh, you're gross. Oh, fuck.
It's just a show about an abusive relationship with a famous person.
Yeah,
it's like a famous abusive relationship, and it's really hard to watch.
They fucked up because the expectations were way too high. There was a bunch of people that were already complaining about the show before it came out, and I'm like, you hyped it up too much already. It's supposed to be the opposite way. You know, it's like, what was that stupid show that everybody was freaking out, the high school one? Euphoria.
Yeah. It flew under.
I didn't hear shit about it until it was the second season, really. That was when I was really, like, hearing shit about it to the point where I actually watched it. I was like, what the... And who was that nefarious fucking asshole?
Nate, fucking Batman. That nigga's Batman, bro.
That fucking guy. He just kept breaking into people's apartments and shit.
He is the most evil character I've seen in a non-fantasy setting. Like, in a non-fantasy or sci-fi setting, that is the most evil nigga I've ever seen in my life.
I kind of want to watch it again because I kind of forgot about
dude, he's crazy.
All the stuff that
I'm waiting
happened.
till season 3 gets announced. When season 3 gets announced, me and Leah watch the whole thing again.
I like that. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Show thing again. Just to be like, damn, dude, how is dude? He choked a Spanish girl. He beat up a gay dude. He beat up another dude, and then he broke into someone's house. It's like, yo, this guy's
he broke into someone's house.
Bro.
I'm pretty sure he broke into somene's house twice. And it's the same house. It's the same place.
Guy, and he didn't.
This man didn't get the hammer.
He
didn't get the hammer. He didn't get a fucking. He didn't get the fucking strap. He was like, I'm just gonna be scared the rest of my life. I would have got.
Is that what white privilege is, bro? Like when people talk about white privilege, is that like you're so like, well, that's never gonna happen again. So you just never worry about locking your doors.
White privilege is starting off.
You've been beating the shit out of.
It's like you're starting off Skyrim with 100% lockpicking stat. You know what I mean? Where it's apparently you can just go anywhere you want.
You walk in.
White privilege is like having 65 speech in birth. You just have 65 speech, and you're like, oh, this is better than I thought. Like you come out the fucking canal with 65 speech, and you're like, here's a discount.
I definitely didn't have 65 speech.
Don't worry about this.
The whole scenario was great. It's just.
Yeah,
the fact that he broke in, the guy didn't fight back at all. He did nothing. Dude, there's no way someone's breaking in my house.
It's coming.
I'm not fighting.
We're not about to dedicate another episode to Euphoria. We're not about to do that. We already had one of those.
We should, man.
We should. Well, nothing. I was gonna say though. To be fair, nothing really happened this week. You know, we have. Barbie came out, I guess.
Nothing really happened.
The government did confirm the existence of aliens, which I guess is fucking something.
Not confirmed. Someone went and testified on the stand. Aliens. That doesn't confirm anything. They could be lying. I don't really know, but they could be lying. Someone could just be lying.
Well, here's my thing. Wait, what are you gonna say, Chris?
Well, I was gonna say, I don't give a shit.
You're lying.
Like, I really don't care.
No,
not at all. Like, and it upsets me that I don't, because, like, I feel like this would have been exciting at some point, but it's no longer that point where I'm looking at, like, if there is government, if there's, like, an official government testimony on record, under the court, under oath, that all of this stuff is real, that does lean towards it being true because like lying about that shit is under oath. It's one thing to lie about it on a podcast, right? But lying about it under oath is fucking next level stupid.
Not really. You just lie and go to
really
jail.
not, Kingston. It's literally. I don't know.
Yes, you're lying under oath, but people lie under oath on politically all the time, dude.
I understand, but those are savvy people. Those are savvy people.
No,
these are not savvy people. They are. That's why they fucking get away with it. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. It doesn't do anything for me. Like, what the fuck does? Oh, there's a UFO that we found or whatever, and it moves quick, and it's fucking clearly non-human in origin. It's like, what the fuck does that do for me?
And it stops on a dime and all that stuff. It's like, that's cool.
What does it do for me? Well, it confirms that there are species of aliens. There's extraterrestrial light that is actually relatively close. Which I think is a big fucking deal. I think that's cool shit. I mean, as somebody who absolutely loves sci-fi, that's like the fucking dream.
Yeah,
that's like oh, finally we get to try some alien pussy. Like that's
relatively close.
So you're your choice of focus is so minute you have a gigantic focus in a minute way. It's actually perplexing. Focus.
Everyone wants to have sex with aliens, bro. See, look, let me break this down for you real quick. So, people are always attracted to the, the thing they're not used to. They grow up around certain types of people, certain ethnicities, whatever. They're attractive, but then they get used to them. Then they kind of just peek over into the corners to see this type of figure they've never really seen before, and it's intriguing. It's like, wow, this person looks, like, interesting, whatever. So then you see an alien that's maybe somewhat humanoid. You can actually intelligently tell that they have a pussy or something. Then all of a sudden you're like, that's awesome. I need to test drive this M5 BMW or whatever the fuck. I'm not really into cars, so I don't know. But I'm just saying, you got this the levels, the highest level of pussy. Because it's advanced. They're advanced enough to come here because we don't know where they came from. So they have this awesome interstellar travel. So they probably have next level pussy as well. So naturally, I need to try the next level pussy. I mean, you're acting like I'm alone here, but
you're not alone because a lot of people, all they think about is pussy, and it's really sad. For me, like there's so much more that can go on. Like there's so much technology.
Bussy? Is that it?
No, not bussy. I'm not trying to fuck them. Not yet. Fucking them will happen. That will have to happen.
I feel like it's the first thing you do, and then they share the secrets. Then they share the secrets.
Will have to happen.
After we
that will have to happen. You'll have to fuck them eventually.
I just wonder if we'll be able to tell what it is we're staring at. Like, say you see an alien. Are you going to be able to, like, know what you're looking at? Like, I can tell that it has feet. And
it's going to look it's going to look like a holographic baseball card or something where it's like you can't quite It's never I don't know, quite exactly one or the other. It's like, I don't know.
We know that things like us can exist, so maybe they might be sort of similar to us. That's why a lot of sci-fi things look sort of humanoid. Because we know things that sort of are shaped like us exist.
Here's the thing about it.
Under our circumstances.
Here's the thing, right? Where it's like, this is all whatever. It's interesting. It doesn't do shit for me unless I can actually see the things they're talking about or interact with the things that they're talking about in any given. Because otherwise, this might as well just be fucking fiction anyway. Because it's just people talking about shit that has no bearing on my life. They did talk about there was this one testimony.
Makes the Christians go crazy. That's the thing.
No, it won't. It's fine. They'll adopt it very easily, like they have constantly. It's the same reason why they're like, yeah, being gay is a fucking sin, and then they're getting head in the fucking, the congressional bathroom or whatever the fuck. It's like they find ways to get away with all that shit. Also, by the way, like I think a reason why none of this is surprising to me is because like anybody who isn't fucking retarded understands that aliens are real. Like I think it's like
exist,
you would have to be a fucking moron sincerely to not understand that aliens are absolutely probably real. You know what I mean? Like it seems inconceivable, like the scale of the universe and everything. It's like you're a fucking idiot.
But see that's the thing. I think everybody can, I would say, come to a consensus that most likely it's a probability that they exist. But the thing is, what is incredible is if there are multiple aircraft and if they found aliens here, that's the thing that's like that. Well, they're fucking here. Close. Where are they?
That they're potentially here is a bigger deal. But until I see that, I can't get because they said like one of the testimonies was like, oh, we found biologics, I think is what they referred to it as specifically, like which was like biological remains or whatever. It's like, all right, show me that body or whatever. Then I'll be like excited. Also, if those bodies look like the fucking little green men, dude, if those bodies actually like if those bodies actually look like Greys, then that means that there's been like probably like 100-year-long gaslighting campaign against like people who have genuinely seen them, and everybody's been just like laughing the fuck out of them. These people
like, have been taken to space and sodomized and shit like that, and they come down and they're telling their stories, and they're like, "You're lying," and it's like, I'm not lying.
That's what I'm so much more interested in. It's like, what do these fucking things? Because if they don't look like Greys, then it's a little bit less interesting, actually. Like it's because that means it's just sort of like a new thing that like we just sort of, you know what I mean? It's not
that's inherently more interesting, but less of a story for that angle you're going for.
The thing
like,
that
your story would just have less of an angle, but it would still be crazy. It's like,
well, it just means that every single alien interaction before this was just a lie. You know what I mean?
It very well might not be a lie.
If they're not Greys, then it doesn't, because they all describe them that way.
But think of it like this:
every single one of them
after a certain point,
right?
After Alan, what's his name's thing was written.
I understand, but early on, they're all described that way, and then like I'm sure that leans into like, you know, people faking it for clout or whatever later on and using that description. I'm sure, right? But like, if those early examples with no reason to make up that specific description are shown to like, if that's not what they look like, I don't know. I'd be disappointed. I'd be a little bit disappointed in that, because that means it's sort of like,
there might just be other kinds of aliens.
Look, man, I've seen some weird shit. I've seen some weird stuff, but the thing is, I feel like the whole hiding aliens, because one thing that I've heard, which is somewhat plausible, is the reason they would hide it is for the technology, specifically for weapons. But the thing is, and here's the thing, all of that shit always gets out. There's spies everywhere. So I still don't think that's really a good enough thing. It's kind of like we're talking about Oppenheimer and the bombs and stuff. Because here's the thing. Like, all that stuff's top secret until it's not very soon after, because then espionage and all this shit happens. People sell stuff, get money, then everybody has the plans, and they make better shit. So my point being that, oh, they're hiding things for the technology, for the weaponry. I'm like, yeah, but not, like, here's the thing. Out of all the people that work with aliens, that would work with aliens, you don't think one of these motherfuckers would slip a picture and send it home to their homies or their fucking wives or something, and that shit would spread like wildfire? We haven't seen. I've heard so many stories on.
Back in the head.
Well, see, here's the thing. There is. You know, what did they say? The only person that can keep a secret is like dead. What is it?
A dead man?
Only a dead man keep a secret.
Yeah, some shit like that. Like,
and even that's not fucking true. even that's not true. There are people who are learning things about still who've been dead for like fucking ages, because you find like some journal that they wrote that never been uncovered.
Dumb asshole, like yeah.
Imagine being a fucking idiot and having a journal where you write secrets. Imagine writing your fucking secrets down.
Could you imagine that? Could you imagine, like,
I think there is millions upon millions of people in this country alone that do that shit.
It's fucking crazy.
You can't think of it. If you can't say something, like, imagine you find out something that is fundamentally changing the way. Like, imagine you find out, no joke, no cap, no if, ands, or buts, magic from like a Skyrim level, like high magic is real, but you cannot tell anyone that. I would have to write it down somewhere. I would have to get that out of my head onto something, because it would drive me insane thinking about it.
Well, I guess that.
To be fair,
context.
also,
I have to. What? I saw some guy get resurrected, like on some fucking.
Would you believe in Jesus? If you saw someone get resurrected, would
no.
You
If I saw some wow, or some guy go up to him and just, and then
you know what's funny?
Back up after getting shot in the face.
You know what's funny about that? What's really funny about that prospect? About like, oh, you see a resurrection happen, and then like Jesus suddenly becomes plausible. Yeah, it's like it simultaneously makes Jesus more plausible and more believable, but less important.
Less important, yeah.
Because it's okay.
Because Jesus self-resed. That's a different kind of magic. That's more impressive right there. It's different.
It's kind of like
holy shit! Did he cast Death Ward on himself so he knew he was gonna die? Then he would come back a few days later.
I hate the thing.
This motherfucker, this shit is crazy. But that's like shit that you can't like. A regular person. Like, we all, like, make jokes. Like, I wouldn't dislike that. But a regular person, you can't get information like that and be fine. Your brain is going to start... You're going to start thinking too much, and you're going to have to get out.
I understand. I just mean... I was just speaking about them in general. Like, I mean, like, as a general tool. Like, people writing their, like, deep... Like, not even people in high positions of power where, like, they're learning some crazy... I just mean, like, generally, like, as an individual, like, why are you writing your deepest, darkest secrets down in a fucking... I have 3 journals, and I fill them all with fake shit. And it's all fake, like all fake shit. So that way, like everybody's oh, it's absolutely insane. I want nobody to fucking understand. I want nobody to know what my life is except for me.
That's mad.
Fuck you all. There's gonna be a movie about me, and you're gonna be like, that never happened. Why the fuck is this here? Why is that there? Why did Kingston kill my dog? In this movie, why did I kill Chris's dog in this movie? That never happened. What the fuck is this?
I never. What is this bullshit?
You know what I want to do? I'm gonna write a journal, and say all the gay parodies and stuff was just a cry. It was just a cry for help. Yeah, like I'm like I couldn't come out of the closet.
It's like Eminem and freaking Anchor. There wasn't a movie with fucking
oh my god,
Goblin and fucking Pineapple Express.
No, that was the interview.
Right.
What movie? What are you talking about?
Yeah, it was the interview.
Eminem was like, I'm a homosexual
the interview.
man.
I forgot about
the North Korea one.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that movie.
Yeah, because I'm a homosexual.
I think
that's why I wrote that. That scene was really funny because of how serious Eminem's reaction was.
About that. Right.
Like, he was just like, I'm a gay man. And everybody's like, what's going on? He's like, I don't know how you guys didn't see it. All the things I was writing, everything I was saying, I'm obviously a homosexual man. And I was just like, this is one funny moment in a really not that funny movie. I'm very upset.
Yeah, that movie was like more, like the premise was funnier than the actual, like what they actually did with it.
No Pineapple Express,
It was all right. Yeah,
Pineapple Express sucked too. I didn't like Pineapple Express.
I thought that movie was funny as fuck, dude.
I don't like stoner comedies. Is the thing. It just doesn't. None of that shit works for me. Like Harold and Kumar. Doesn't work for me.
I think Harold and Kumar is funny as fuck, dude. The first one was really funny.
I thought Neil Patrick Harris as himself was fucking dope in those movies. I love it.
They're funny moments in it.
Absolute degenerate. I like the. I don't know. I like them. I'm immature as shit, so I like a lot of those comedies. Not all of them, because then they, people started doing the Marvel thing before the Marvel thing. It was like, oh, we're just gonna make these now.
Yeah,
I mean, not really people. Those guys made a bunch of movies.
It was Judd Apatow and like one other guy, like
like fucking Your Highness and stuff like that, where it's like, oh
Your
my
Highness.
God.
There was Michael Cera was in 2000 movies because of the Superbad. They started putting him in a Youth in Revolt, that Juno, like it was all like.
Juno was a good movie, though. Actually, I think Juno was actually a good movie.
Some of them are written really well. Like some of them were, some of those movies were written really well, and then a lot of them were just like, the success of like Knocked Up and everything that Seth Rogen was in. It was relatively the same. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Get Him to the Greek.
You know what it kind of. You know what it honestly kind of reminds me of? Yeah. It reminds me of the YouTube scene back in like 2017, where you would have like. For every Juno, there were like 5 Your Highnesses or whatever. You know what I mean? Where it's like, I feel like you just had like these like, I don't know, not to get too political, but like, I think you understand what I'm saying. Where there were just a lot of people who just sort of jumped in with very, very little talent to their name and just sort of been like, this is a cool formula. People. Let's pretend to be Seth. Let's be Seth Rogen. I don't know.
Shout out to those people though. I'm glad they're dead.
I'm glad.
Glad you're dead. I feel like Seth Rogen is the. Seth Rogen is, to me, is the. I feel like there's probably a few video essays that people are like, "Yo, this nigga sucks." Like people are, like you notice, because if you go back and watch him perform in all of his movies, he's the exact same. His jokes usually aren't pretty funny. His voice is extremely annoying. His laugh is incredibly annoying. And it's the stuff going around him, like, say, like if you watched Pineapple Express, his character in that movie, I was like, this guy's just a piece of shit, and he's not enjoyable. I'm not enjoying any time he's on the screen, but like at all. And he's also, he was like the weed dealer or whatever. I don't remember what he was. Oh, he was like a subpoena guy dating a high schooler. And he was
dating a high schooler, right?
Yeah, and I was like, this is probably actually Seth Rogen. He's like, I'm gonna do this was me when I was this age, and I'm just gonna make this a movie, and kind of like what that comedian Chris D'Elia. He's like, oh, I'm a degenerate. I'm going to start taking roles of me doing the shit that I do. And I'm like, this is weird, bro.
Yeah.
Some weird. But I'm going off on a tangent right now.
It's like, yeah, man, I would love to play this pedophile in this film. Why not?
Would you ever do that?
Like, why would you? I'm curious about that. Like, why would anybody accept that role? Like, I get it. Like, if you're, I get people are desperate for like fucking attention and desperate for success, but like, holy shit. To have some self-respect at the very least.
Chris D'Elia was way too popular to take that role. I'm sure his agents were like, please don't take this. Please don't take this role. You don't need to take it. This is reserved for people who are just a step above background actors. Like people that are doing background actors, then they finally started getting some lines.
That's like, they
get those roles.
That's like a Keemstar role or something.
If you need to eat, if you really need to eat, take this role. But if you need to eat, and if you take this role, you better act. You better be so good. You better be so good or so bad that people can look past it.
You know what's crazy? I was when I was doing background acting work. I don't remember if I told you guys. I was on this shitty Fox show called Lie to Me with Tim Roth, and Michael B. Jordan. It's crazy to see his origin because he was just like a role that he probably looks back and be like, I can't believe I took this because he's just some dirty nigga that just stole some chick's purse. Like we were all walking on the street and stuff, and then he's just smiling at this girl, steals the purse and runs away like an absolute degenerate. And then you look at him now to see like, I love seeing that evolution of seeing people who were just like,
him on The Wire, bro. I remember watching him on The Wire being a little kid drug dealer.
Right, when he was a little kid doing that.
He gets shot and killed in a bathroom by one of his homies on some grimy dude. That show's so fucked up, man. Watch every episode of it.
Show. That is a wild show.
Watch every episode of it.
I haven't seen a single episode of The Wire.
Of The Wire?
Yeah.
I think it's one of the best shows ever, but it's hard to watch though. It is a hard, especially if you're from like the hood. If watching it's gonna be like, this hits way too close to home at some moments. And I really don't like.
Make you want to move to like Baltimore or nothing? You don't want to move over there?
Baltimore sucks, dude. Baltimore is horrible.
Baltimore does indeed fucking suck. It's crazy. Like I was in Baltimore, like
it's not cool.
I was in Baltimore like for a couple days, like I think 2 months ago, and I didn't even know. Like, I have never seen a city that was in and of itself a dilapidated suburb. It broke my head trying to like scan what it was. I was like, this does not register. This doesn't compute. This is a new territory. It's like a fog of war opened up.
No hyperbole. I've never heard one person from Baltimore say one nice thing about Baltimore. And that's kind of fucked up. Because, even people that come from, like, fucked up areas, they usually have something nice to say about how they grew up.
That's how I think about D.C. Everyone I know from D.C. is like, yo, fuck D.C. D.C.'s that is the worst. I really think it's the worst place in the country. I think D.C. is probably the worst place to live in America.
D.C.
It's
so weird.
Terrible.
Washington, D.C. is super weird because, like, the city around the White House is just fake. It's like some North Korean fucking, like, setup for, like...
No, bro, it's horrible.
Dude, you will literally walk by buildings on street level. And you know how in like New York or like even in fucking Los Angeles, you go by the bottom floor of buildings and they'll be like, it'll be like a tall building, but there will be like like a CVS at the bottom, or like there would be like an apartment thing where you could go in and it's like apartments or like, this store, this restaurant, that restaurant. In Washington, D.C., the bottoms of those buildings don't have any signage. They don't have any entrance as far as I saw. It's fucking fake. I remember walking like 10 minutes like around the White House trying to find some place to eat, and the places that were to eat were inside the center. Like you had to go underground to the middle of a courtyard in those buildings to get to the storefronts. It was fucking baffling. I was like, this is a wrong place.
Dude, DC, the president got inaugurated, and my grandma said some guy got shot up 2 blocks away. DC is horrible. Like, the president got inaugurated, everybody was watching for the president, and then all of the villains were like, yes, the cops are watching the monkey get in office. We can go thrive. And they went and they just just looting. And there's people getting shot and robbed right, like 4 blocks away from, like, it's Virginia Avenue. That's what it is. Virginia Avenue is what it's called, or is it Pennsylvania Avenue? Pennsylvania Avenue. Right
Pennsylvania
down
Avenue
there, people were getting shot. And it was just like, I hate that. I went there for like 2 weeks to hang out with one of my cousins. My cousin came back 3 occasions and said he got jumped, and I was like, "Where are you going?" So I'm going to different parks, and they're jumping me at different parks. That place is condemned. They need to shut it down. They need to move the White House to, I don't know, fucking New York City.
I was thinking about that. I'm like, what? Can we really West Virginia? Can we switch this up now? Like,
it's not West Virginia. It's just Virginia. It's not West yet.
I think it's been. Isn't it West? Isn't DC in West Virginia?
It's regular
DC's
Virginia.
in DC. DC is its own thing.
DC's in DC, but it's surrounded by Virginia.
It's in a state. It's like
it's surrounded by Virginia.
No, but it's not.
It is.
That's no. Listen.
What are you talking about?
It is within a state, but it is not.
You're right. No, you are right.
Like
but
the
it's
Vatican.
within a state.
It is straight
Virginia,
up. It is straight up like the Vatican. Yeah.
Yeah,
but I don't remember.
Saying,
but it's like on the border. It's on the border of, like, I think. Is it on the border of West Virginia? I don't know.
I haven't looked it up in a long time, but I was pretty sure.
I could be wrong. You might be right. I don't know. I don't give a shit. I don't think about DC ever.
It sucks.
I've never, ever. I don't care about the Capitol or any of that.
I don't care about
it. Does nothing for me.
Nobody gives a shit about the Capitol.
Wait, why did I do this?
That's why it got raided, and nothing happened.
That's why. Well, I mean, there's other reasons for that too. But
that is the most embarrassing moment in America, and I think that people don't talk. We're not talking about.
I mean, I feel like really, slavery is probably a bigger one, but like, I guess. That
Modern. Yeah,
sure. Post-slavery.
I mean, what is it modern with America? We're only like 300 years old. It's all pretty.
Let's just say
it's all pretty modern.
They're still modern relative, but
yeah, there's modern relative, but like.
Oh, what the hell?
It's right by Maryland. It's on the side of.
Wait, hold on. It is right. Like, say it is the northeast of Virginia. It is almost in West Virginia because it's that little point. But I was always led to believe that it was properly in West Virginia, but no, that is not what I see.
It's right below Maryland. It's
like a weird. It's at a weird.
It's right to the east.
It's at a weird nexus point, kind of, almost.
Yeah, like there's like where that's strange. That is. I feel like I've been lied to, bro.
It's a really stupid placement. That reminds me when I thought New Zealand was like by Greenland or something. I was like, you learn shit too late. But
this one's a little embarrassing for me. I'm like, what? I was always, it doesn't matter. But
you were close enough, all right? You were close enough.
Nothing worse than being somewhere and not knowing where it is.
I misplaced New Zealand by like thousands of miles. So like you're good
by a very large sum.
By a very large margin, just because some adult told me when I was 7 where it was, and I didn't think he would lie, because why would he? Or maybe he was just stupid.
You know, there's like there's like tens of thousands of people that actually live in Greenland because they're just fucking stupid.
Yeah, they're all fucking green.
They found the one part, and then they eventually turned all green. They found the one part that is habitable, and they're like, I guess we'll just live here.
That's like fucking Canadians to me.
What's wrong with humans?
That's like when I look at Canadians, I think of that, where I'm like, why are you like? I think most of the people in Canada, or like a majority of them, live at a point in Canada that is below the highest point in the United States, which is insane. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Most of your continent, most of your entire fucking plot of land is fucking useless. We lucked out on that.
I feel that way kind of about Russia too, where it's just
is most of Russia useless?
It's such a massive.
A lot of Russia's
piece
tundra,
of land.
bro.
and it's just
a lot
like
of it is
desolate
tundra, bro.
bullshit.
That's why their population's in the size where they should be, because a country that big should have a much bigger population than it does. But it doesn't, because most of it people can't live there.
It's all like
and
in
the
the
ones
Southwest.
that live there are ride bears, you know?
Yeah.
That's crazy too, because there's places in Russia that are habitable and then they Chernobyl them. So that they become inhabitable, and then
they didn't Chernobyl them on purpose, but yeah.
No, but I mean, Chernobyl is what Chernobyl does, you know. Like, it's too late. Anyway, what else? Did you guys see Ben Shapiro burning a trash can full of Barbie dolls for his fucking review?
I heard of it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. Those all were his. I bet those all were his, actually.
Yeah,
and then I was like, "Get rid of them now." He was like, "All right."
I finally have a reason. I finally have a reason to sacrifice my friends, the only women who have ever loved me. Burn them in a trash can on a pyre outside. I don't know, man. It's fucking. I saw Barbie. It was fine. It was a fun movie. It was a very. I laughed more than I thought I would, but it's like, you know, it's a fun little movie. Like, I don't think there's anything particularly egregious about it. I think. It's a little embarrassing for like a 40-year-old man to burn a trash can full of Barbies, but I mean that's me, you know. That's my perspective.
Is that not the? Is that not? I saw a meme just a little while ago of all the people that were upset, the opinionated people about Barbie. Yeah. Old ass white neckbeard dudes with the, you know, with MAGA hats and shit, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But I really do think. Like this, when I peek into the culture war, because I have completely tapped out, but when I peek into it, I really do sit back and think, like, how could you even force yourself to care about this? Like,
it's crazy.
I was intrigued by the Barbenheimer memes. I thought they were kind of cute, but I don't, and for no reason, I just don't have any desire to see Barbie. Maybe I'll see it on a streaming service when it comes out, because I have no desire to go to the theater and see it. I'm just like, I'm good. But even if the movie was like, fuck men or something, like it opens in the movie, it opens up and then Margot Robbie says, I fucking hate men, especially white men, and then the movie starts and like they go about their business, I would still be like, all right, it's a fucking Barbie movie still. What is it like? What do you? It's not like it's fucking some. They're acting like it's like some.
It's not fucking Total Recall. It's not like it's not fucking like Rambo. Like it's clear, like being upset that the Barbie movie. Like, how did you not expect that the Barbie movie is going to have some feminist messaging in it? Like, that's just that's just an obvious. Like, what else could it possibly be? You think the Barbie movie is going to sit there and be like, women know your place? Like, what world do you think you're fucking living in? You're going into a movie with like preconceived understandings of what you want it to be without even understanding like why it
not even acknowledging why it exists.
It can't be that. You cannot go to a. That's like going to a fucking Martin Luther King documentary and being like, I can't believe they brought race into this. Like,
they made this MLK movie.
You made it political.
It's like, what?
It's fucking Barbie.
You know who that is? Do you know who that is?
It is a toy that is specifically just. It is literally just a female object. Of course, it's going to be like, it's going to have some of that messaging in it. For what it's worth, I thought it was fucking hilarious. Like, there's moments in that movie that are like, and I'm like, I'm surprised that this is as funny as it is. But
yeah, I'm sure it's a fine movie, man. Like, I started to appreciate Ryan Gosling after the fact. I didn't really care about him back in the day.
This might be the best I've ever seen him.
See him? I've heard good things about him.
Yeah, he like kind of steals it in some, which is why it's so funny that like people are getting upset that like it's like a man-hating.
I mean,
movie
he was good in
like,
La La Land.
Ryan Gosling really fucking steals this movie in a lot of ways because he's just so fucking. He's perfect in this in it. Yeah. I don't know if I'd see it again in theaters. I would catch it on streaming though again, like because it was a fun movie to watch. They were like really. It's shot really creatively. There's like a lot of cool sets and like a lot of visual gags that I enjoyed. There's some lines in there that fucking surprised me. I just wasn't expecting to hear anything like that.
A couple of hard R's.
Yeah, a couple of hard R's. Barbie uses the F slur, which I thought was weird.
Let's go.
But no, it's
Let's go.
it's good. I still want to see. I haven't seen Oppenheimer yet, but I want to. I've heard that's fucking crazy. But
I definitely want to see it. I've been watching a bunch of Oppenheimer and bullshit that the algorithm is just it just started slipping it in.
Dude, my algorithm is just Metal Gear Solid stuff now.
Is it?
Because I've just been listening to like a lot of like analyses.
Nice.
But like the Oppenheimer stuff is pretty
It's
bumping
fascinating
right now.
Yeah, it's fascinating shit, and it really is. It really it really is. I always want to like. The one thing that always fascinates me is how chill the Japanese people are about that happened.
They swung first, bro. I'm sick. No, they swung first.
The people that got bombed didn't do any swinging. That's
Derek. Should we have bombed Tokyo?
No, there should here's the thing.
So we should have bombed Tokyo then.
Even
we should have bombed where it came from.
Even
That's a better idea.
Oppenheimer said, after the fact, because this is all hindsight, I guess. But he's like, I'm pretty sure a bomb significantly smaller would have gotten the surrender.
That's true. Even freaking what's his name? Truman. It was Truman. He was just like, Truman, what the fuck? I didn't. He cried about it. He did address afterwards. It was like I didn't know that it was that, and they were like, we need a bomb, right? We need a bomb, right?
Niggas.
And some villain came in the room and was like, yo, use this.
I thought it was gonna. I thought it was gonna be like a big pile of smoke that made like a big scary face in the sky and said "boo." I didn't know it was gonna burn people's shadows into the dirt forever.
We were saving that for the blacks. It's like what?
Can you imagine a reality where Truman genuinely just didn't know what the atomic bomb was? Like he didn't know the scale.
Every meeting he just zoned out. And was just
he was playing Angry Birds or something, and he was just like not paying attention. And
he didn't know the scope. He didn't know it was going to be what it was. He knew it was a bomb.
He thought it was going to be like those Looney Tunes guns where like you shoot it and then the flag comes out and it says bang.
Yeah. And it was going to scare the emperor.
But instead of bang. The flag is it's like a big pod. It drills into the ground. A big pole comes out and the flag comes out and it says, "Next time this is going to be a big explosion. So surrender."
The fact that we did that is crazy. The fact that Oppenheimer was like,
that didn't work.
They were like, "Hey, we need you to build a bomb." He was like, "I'll do it." Just out of like a rival thing with some other dude. He was like, "I'm your rival. I'm gonna see you build the bomb first," and then Oppenheimer beat him. They were like, "Yo, you're wild."
He was actually rivaling with fucking AMC. Wait, was it AMC?
No.
Was Breaking Bad AMC?
Movie. Oh, what do you talking? Oh yeah, AMC. Yeah.
So Walter White was tasked to build the bomb for the Nazis.
Oh my god!
And like Hitler was like, "Can you get it done?" Hitler was basically Gus, right? He was he was Gus, and then because there was actually people that were more powerful than Gus, like the Mexican cartel and stuff like that. Blah blah blah. But let's say Hitler's Gus. He's running the shit, but there's still he can also be like Valkyrie and all the shit that happened. So yeah, he tasked Heisenberg and he's like, "Hey, I need you to cook piles of meth, and we're gonna get all the Americans hooked on meth, and then they'll surrender."
Oh my god, it's like an opium. It's like the opium.
But then Heisenberg was like, "Wait, how about we just build a bomb?" And Hitler was like, "I really like the meth idea, but fine." And that's kind of how it started.
I'm really curious about it because I know very, very little about. I know enough about Oppenheimer to know like what he did and whatever and all that stuff, but like I don't know the ins and outs of it. I actually don't know like what that story really is. So I'm actually like, I'm really keen to see it.
It's hella interesting, bro. It's hella interesting.
I'm very interested to see how they tell it, how Christopher Nolan tells it, because he's fucking insane and everything he does, he makes shit weird. So I'm wondering if he's gonna do some really weird shit, because I know enough of like how it really went down and kind of the ins and outs of a lot of the chemistry and shit, just because it was super fascinating. I just finished watching Breaking Bad again, so of course the chemistry is really on my mind right now.
Yeah.
And,
it's more physics than chemistry, but yeah, I feel you.
Well, no, there's obviously like when you're talking about the chemistry of the elements. We're talking about the elements of the bomb.
It's still physics.
It's all science. It's all science.
It's science.
It's physics, but like obviously, it's we're talking about when I'm talking about the chemistry aspect, like the actual elements that they were using. I was very fascinated with what they did, which was more dense, which was more kilograms versus like that. Learning all the stuff, what was used in the hydrogen bomb, what was used in fucking that Tsar bomb and shit like that, like all that kind of stuff. Like just so it was just like I've been really fascinated with that. But yeah, it's physics to figure the shit out. But yeah,
there's apparently a sex scene in the movie where he says verbatim, "I'm about to pop that Oppenheimer." And then he comes
I've
at
never
the
heard
camera in IMAX.
I've never heard something worse in my fucking life. That's actually one of the most wild. That is one of the worst things. I'm about to pop that Oppenheimer. Someone slaughtered me in my sleep. Someone kill me.
The only thing I this weekend or whatever day it was, the only thing I thought of because I hadn't seen Oppenheimer, and I'm like the only thing because my immature ass could think of is. How do I say something? How do I tweet something that has to do with Oppenheimer having sex with Einstein? That was the only thing I could think of. And then, of course, I think I erased the tweet 3 times until I put something out very subtly. And people were very responsive to it. And every single tweet, because I said that the sex scene went on just a little bit too long. But everyone just vehemently disagreed with me. They were like, it was just the right amount or they needed more. And here's the thing.
Yeah.
If I were Christopher Nolan, I would absolutely have all of the scientists, all the hundreds of people in there, have a massive orgy once they completed their task.
Yeah, you would.
And then the movie ends.
Yeah, you would. And Oppenheimer would. Oppenheimer turns to the camera and he says, "I am become.
I am come. God of come. God of fucking.
Destroyer of ass.
Destroyer of butt.
Ass.
Destroyer of butt and
so fucking
nut.
stupid. So
Destroyer
dumb,
of
so
butt. Guzzler of nut.
Stupid and dumb. Stupid.
Before they delivered the bombs, Oppenheimer was like, wait. And he fucking reached in his pocket, pulled out a fucking puddle of cum, and smeared it on the bomb for good
pulled
luck.
out a puddle from his pocket.
He pulled out he's holding like a plate because it's on a flat dimension.
It's a flat.
He pours it on there. You're like, yo, what else did he learn while he was making that bomb, bro?
He learnned a lot. He learned a lot about physics.
He learned about the cascade effect of hydrogen atoms, and then he learned about and then he learned how to make cum be in a puddle at any form. He can keep cum at any state in a puddle.
Yo,
dude, this cast is so weirdly stacked.
It's an amazing cast.
Fucking Nolan, he's the people. I mean, it's getting to the point where people want to work with Nolan because I always feel like these fucking thespian types. All they want to do is work with people who are perceived to be insane. Like they're just like, oh, a non-linear story, oh, weird shit now. Nolan's been doing some stuff a little bit here and there. I don't think he's too crazy, but I feel like that's kind of.
I just don't think Nolan makes movies that make sense, man. Like after sitting through Inception, and sitting through Tenet, I'm
Tenet
just like, you don't make these movies don't make sense. Like
Tenet's weird. Inception's fine.
Inception's a fine movie, but the problem with Inception is that it's just like it reads a little too hard into itself, and then Tenet is that idea times 5, where it's just like this movie should be watching itself.
Tenet, I couldn't get into. I don't know what it was. I specifically remember the audio mixing bothering the hell out of me. Like I remember specifically being like,
Interstellar was fantastic though, because that was based off a book. That's why it was a good movie.
Interstellar was good. Well, so is this one. This one's based off a book as well. Obviously,
Oppenheimer. It was based off real world too.
right. But it's literally it's like sourced from like a specific book.
Army Hammers.
Army Hammer as Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer? What the fuck? I can't even conceptualize this.
Armenheimer. The Scarecrow's eating people. The Scarecrow's eating the scientists. Why is he eating the scientist? What's happening?
We're gonna make a
Also, what's
bomb.
his name is such a good choice. The guy that plays Armenheimer.
Cillian Murphy.
The
So
guy
good.
that plays Oppenheimer is such a good choice. Cillian Murphy looks like such a psychopath. That's why.
Did you guys see?
He does look scary.
He's like a crazy person.
He's I mean, I mean, I guess that's why he got the Scarecrow, right? He's supposed to be some like weirdo. He's like some fucking
Cillian
weirdo.
Murphy. Have you watched Peaky Blinders? Is it Peaky Blinders or is it?
He's in Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's a psycho in that show, dude. I'm like, yo, this guy is great.
I've been seeing a lot of clips of that on Instagram because of the Barbie movie. They're saying like, oh, when you're watch, they're splicing stuff. People are getting creative right now.
I really didn't
But
like
to
the
me,
Barbenheimer
to
shit.
me,
It annoyed
he's
me,
fucking
but
he's Scarecrow to me. So no matter what,
He's
I feel like it's gonna be
Scarecrow.
hard for me to watch Oppenheimer just a little bit because I'm gonna keep in my head. I'm gonna keep making Scarecrow references and just thinking
my
about
God.
Batman just infiltrating.
So dumb.
No, you're not gonna bomb them, Scarecrow. These are good people.
I like. I don't know. I like. You know what the Barbenheimer stuff reminds me of? It reminds me a little bit of when the pandemic was happening, and
Yeah.
what is it? It was like Doom and Animal Crossing came out at the same time.
Oh right, yeah.
It's like a very similar
That was
vibe.
a good one. That was a good one.
Oh, Sweeney's getting into cardiac arrest.
I was like,
I
yeah, all right,
expected.
dude. I was like,
I expected this definitely within the next 5 years, but not right now.
you got the fucking. Did you?
You all right,
bud? What? You got the jab, and now you have myocarditis. Myocarditis.
Oh yeah,
Is that what's
myocarditis.
I just saw a still image from The Grudge that is so fucking stupid.
Why'd you see us? What are you doing?
I was looking through Twitter for a second, and I saw some picture of The Grudge. I'm just like, yo,
This
movie was
motherfucker.
real.
This motherfucker. No wonder he's like
Browsing
He's like
Twitter
stone
while
faced and silent, and then he just like browses Twitter while he's like not fucking.
Yeah.
I just looked through a thing. Someone sent me a message. I was like, this can't be that important. I looked through it. It's the most. It's so wildly racist that I can't even show it to you guys.
Oh,
Well,
something that should
I'm
be
glad you.
on,
I'm glad you brought it up then.
Oppenheimer. Yeah. Very.
I'm glad you brought it up. Really glad this is like this is the most
I'm sorry,
useless
man.
20 seconds that has ever been
It's more
recorded.
It's just fluff, dude. It's more fluff, man.
You're an absolute son of a bitch. So I'm sorry, Twitter. I'm sorry, X.
X.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to call
Arrange the
it
whole
right now.
game with my rugged sound. X.
Well, why is
It's
he
just
doing
Twitter.
this?
So it's still Twitter.
Why is he doing this?
Stay on top, but remain from the underground. What is this nigga doing?
What is the purpose
Why
of
is
this?
he-
That
That it's X
the-
now?
Do you know what's the
Yeah.
there's a real purpose, and it's stupid. It's stupider. It's stupider than I actually thought it was.
okay.
It is 100%, and I say this with no in seriousness. It's 100% ego. That's all it is. So back in the day, and this I actually was misinformed. I thought, and I thought wrongly because Elon Musk misled a lot of people. That X.com was like used to be PayPal. This is what PayPal used to, and PayPal is what PayPal is now. What happened was there was these two companies that were going to merge. Elon's company X.com and whoever owned PayPal, and basically Elon wanted to revolutionize banking and online banking and all this shit. All of his ideas and everything he came with was absolute dog shit. And not only that, the X.com tested absolutely poorly, obvious fuckingly. I mean, fucking when the movie X-Men came out in 1996 or whenever the fuck that was. What was it, 1999 or something? I don't fucking remember what year
Something,
it was.
yeah.
It was 2000.
2000.
Yeah,
I think.
like, or 2000. Yeah, like, fucking everyone that was 30 years and above thought it was a porn movie or something. Because it just, X is just synonymous with sex nowadays. Even if
I
it's
thought
only
Triple
one
X was
X.
synonymous with sex, but
Even if it's only one X, it's just,
okay.
that's what X-Men,
Yeah, no,
were like,
triple-
oh, it's just some
yeah.
porn thing.
X means yeah. It's.
X-Men were
I would say
It's kind of like
so crazy.
rated X.
I would say
Rated
it's
X
less
is-
so. I would say it's less so now. But like in that period in time, like late '90s or like '90s in general, early 2000s, absolutely X had that connotation. It was like
That's
that's
crazy.
why X videos is a fucking website, and why X I think,
Right,
what was
right,
that
right.
XNXX or
videos.
whatever. There was like
There's
that other
probably
site.
way more too. There's
like a
probably
million other
Xtube
ones, yeah.
is probably one too. I imagine
Xtube? Let me
that's
check.
probably one. It probably is one. It probably is. Check real quick.
Let's see.
'Cause I know RedTube. I know RedTube is one, but like
X-
RedTube
No,
was
it
it
just
back
goes-
in the day, but RedTube started falling off, man.
It just
oh,
goes.
there's no
it just-
XTube.
No, it just goes to X videos.
Oh, so they just bought it. Okay, so they bought it.
Videos.
That's okay. Fair enough. Okay. Back to Elon.
I like the fact that porn websites have other porn websites porn on there. You can go on YouTube to watch X videos. It's like what? No, you can go on Pornhub to watch XTube videos. It's like, what is wrong with this?
Oh, that's
you can just go to the other one to watch it. But it's like, I want to watch it via Pornhub. I like the quality
starts
more.
Stealing everybody's shit, man. Everyone just starts stealing everybody's shit, and it's not as the copyright system isn't as good on porn sites. Obviously,
it's crazy. These people, man. They put themselves through the ringer. These girls take things in their bodies that they should not put in their bodies, and then my bitch ass will watch it for free on some fucking streaming service. on
Tube8 or something. Or
it's just like, goddamn, poor girl. While I'm cleaning up, it's like, man, I feel sorry for you. Take sock off, throw to that wall.
Take the sock.
That's so fucking. It sticks.
I was never a sock person.
It against the wall.
I was never a sock person, man. I was just like, what's wrong with tissue? I don't get it.
The sock is weird. I sincerely have never used a sock.
Socks are such a commodity because they go missing at such a vapid rate. That using a sock seems barbaric.
Rapid rate.
It just doesn't make any sense. Like, it's good, perfectly good Kleenex or tissue or whatnot, and I'm like, motherfucker,
because it gives you some cushion, it gives you a little bit of static, and then there's no cleanup.
I feel like the fabric is, unless it's probably like a silk dress sock, maybe it would feel okay. Like, but as far as a regular sock, I can't imagine that getting any. That would just
you
feel
walk into your homie's
man.
house, you're like, hey, can I borrow a pair of socks? He's like, yeah, sure. He has one silk dress sock to the side.
That's
off to the side.
I mean, I guess if you put you get a silk dress sock, you put a little bit of lotion in it, maybe.
This is heinous, man.
Kind of get like a. I mean, you gotta make.
It's like using steel. It's like using steel wool at a certain point. It's like, stop.
Oh my!
Just don't like leave it alone.
That's a barbarian right there, bro.
I overheard a similar conversation once, and somebody was like, "Yeah, I don't know what everybody's talking about using socks and shit. I just come on my face and then cry to wash it off." And it blew my fucking mind that was even a thought that someone had.
That's a monster.
Imagine crying. Imagine crying like enough to wash your face
to get cum off.
Oh man,
that's kind of that's more impressive than disturbing.
No, it's more alarming. It's like, bro, you gotta go. How much water do you drink? How sad are you? Because I run out of tears pretty quickly. I got like 5 minutes of consistent tears before I'm out of tears.
I have like 8. I have like 8 tears max on any given day. Like I can't afford to waste them. They don't even go to keeping my eyes fucking liquefied or liquidated or anything. It's like I have dry eyes the whole day. I'm not sparing them. I'm not sparing them for nobody.
Wow.
All right,
let's get back. Let's go. We didn't finish. I want to finish talking shit about Elon Zusk because
Zelon.
I don't. Zelon Zusk. When we fucking so his X.com thing completely failed, and obviously he's obsessed with X, his son's X, and everything that he's associated with. There's X.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Tesla X and Space X. He's a fucking freak. And so now that finally he bought Twitter, even though he didn't want to, and so now he's just doing his own little. He's trying to do what Vince McMahon he failed with the XFL, and he tried to do XFL again, but then the pandemic hit, so he failed again, which was hilarious. But it seems like Elon is just trying to egotistically revive X.com. He just wants this X thing to work because it's his thing. And back then, he got fucking spanked so hard. People were like, "You're gay. Your stuff, it doesn't make any sense. It's tested terribly. Nothing that you brought to the table it didn't work." But then luckily, his share was still worth millions, like over 100 million with what he had, what he owned. So when PayPal took off, so he still cashed out.
I love the idea of just a group of people. I love the idea of just a group of people pointing at Elon, and going, "You're gay."
That's such
a fucking.
That's so powerful. You know the point where like some people talking, it sounds like one voice, and it's like a one booming voice. You're gay.
Yeah.
It physically hurts you. That's how many people say it to you at once. You're like, ugh, I felt that.
Imagine how stupid you'd have to be to take an extremely recognizable brand like Twitter and just throw it away. When it's not like say, you know, when content creators sometimes sell their channels, and then obviously that's just useless because if somebody else is going to use it, it's not going to work. But it's Twitter. It is a brand. It is not a person. So you keep the Twitter and the way that people even speak. Tweeting is on the level as saying Googling something as a verb. Like you don't say say fucking search. They say Google. And just like tweet, a lot of times when they're even talking about posting something, they'll just say tweet, even if they're talking about fucking Facebook, just because it's just so
the most
ingrained in their head.
Yeah, literally, like the most famous type of image that goes viral on every website is a screenshot of a tweet. Right, I can attest to that, literally, because that that grandma resin tweet is like. That is the most popular thing I've ever created, like by a wide margin.
Is it?
And it's a tweet.
What did it stop at? What did it stop at? Like, what did it top off at? Do you remember?
Well, I don't know, but I keep seeing it, and every time I see a new instance of it, it's got like millions. So it's like it's easily like if it's not 100 million yet total, it's close.
Derek,
and it's like
Derek, what was your most popular? What was your most popular tweet?
Tweet?
Yeah.
Oh man, shit. So I don't know 100. There's two of them that. One of them was just me. It wasn't even authentic. I shared a Facebook event. They did a Facebook event where everybody was doing the spirit bomb. I don't know if you guys remember that.
I remember that.
There's these fucking these absolute weebs that made a Facebook event. Like, we're going to show up at this one place and we're all going to scream like autistic people, like the highest level of autism. And they were just holding their hands up in the air and doing the spirit bomb. And I just shared this with Twitter because I was like, more people need to see this. And that shit went like insanely viral. But like, I didn't feel, because it was just me sharing something that already existed. So it didn't feel like, oh, I did this. But that shit went fucking wild because it was probably humanity's dumbest and greatest moment simultaneously. Like, just seeing that many people show up and do that, which is like, that's funny that a Facebook event actually worked. And then also, like, look at these fucking assholes. But that shit was I feel in retrospect I didn't like that Jordan Peterson mentioned me in a video. I forgot who he was talking to, but I did. Okay, I remember now. I did this meme of, all I did was just do one of those Grand Theft Auto wasted memes, GTA 5 wasted memes, where fucking Jordan Peterson was talking shit to that chick on Channel 5 or Channel 4 or whatever. He did an interview and he said something and like kind of just, owned her. And all I did was just do one of those GTA 5 own things, and then that went viral because he shared it, and then he mentioned it on some fucking guy's podcast. Derek Blackman fucking shared this, and he got so many views, and he was like, this is why I knew he was such full of shit, because he inflated it to the... He lied so grossly about how big the numbers were about like some viral thing, and I'm like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? But those are some big moments. But I can't really remember any other ones.
For me, mine is one where some guy has like intrusive thoughts about killing a baby, and for some reason it gets like 45,000 likes and like over like 2 million engagement. And I was like, what? This is such a dumb tweet. It's such a stupid tweet.
Is there any way you could see your? Probably not. Like your.
I think you can. There was something I used to be able to go on. I don't remember the page anymore though.
Yeah,
it'll tell you your biggest tweet by month.
Damn. Yeah, I wish, because I would love to see that, because I really don't. I don't know. I know there was.
We've been on the website for so long.
My favorite one. Yeah, that's the thing. And my old account is gone, so I don't know which one's the biggest ones from there.
I'm gonna delete my account too. I'm like very quickly
you don't need
don't delete it. Just stop using it. It's dumb to delete it.
Let's make a different one that's like less. Because this one has a freaking age restriction on it. I don't even know did I post anything that crazy?
No, you just say the N-word constantly, I think is probably
But that's like, I'm allowed to.
It doesn't matter. You're not allowed. You're not allowed. No, you're not.
I'm allowed
that's not how age restriction works. You can't have Samuel L. Jackson down Sesame Street saying the N-word 50 times just because he's black. It doesn't matter.
Yes, he can. He should be able to. They should know about that word. They should know about that word too.
Oh my God. That's not how any of that works.
You know how it doesn't work now. That's how it should work. Elmo should
God.
know about
Anyway.
the N-word. Elmo's a black man puppet monster. He should know about that word.
That guy actually assaulted a friend of ours.
That's really horrible.
Like actually, like not like it was more like it's like an attack. Don't worry, wasn't anything like intimate or nothing.
That's less bad.
Oh, gotcha.
That's less bad. Still bad though.
It's less bad, still bad. Let's move on. Let's get to some questions before we fucking forget again.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a quick pause before those.
Little pause.
Let's see. Goodbye for now, and see you in a sec.
See you in a second. Have you ever wanted to put a big old soda can up your fucking urethra? You ever wanted to do that? Come on down to the Soda Can's Urethra Shop, where we're gonna shove a Coke can right up your urethra and watch you squirm. And you'll pay us $50, then you'll go home satisfied. No one makes a urethra big like a Coke can, like us over here. Wow. That was a great message from our sponsor. That was a great message from our sponsor. Yeah, the little what is it, the side effects? Yeah, the side effects.
Absolute chimps.
You're absolutely gonna die and you're gonna bleed on death.
May cause death.
You're gonna die, nigga. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. You're gonna die.
All right, let's get this going.
Let's move on to some questions. Kremlin to Gremlin wrote, and he says, "Greetings, Chris, Derek, and the dark void that consumes us all. What is a casting choice of a character that ruined your immersion? Bill Burr showing up in The Mandalorian was super jarring to me.
It absolutely was.
I didn't watch The Mandalorian, but I could see that being very jarring.
Absolutely was. Even though he's a big Star Wars guy, it's still pretty jarring.
He's not.
Yeah, he's not even
at all,
really?
actually.
He's not? I thought he really enjoyed it.
No, the only reason he even got in it because his wife fucking like went to bat because they know what's that his name with the curly hair? Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
And then he his wife was like, "Yo, put him in this, like get him this role," kind of a thing, because he didn't give a shit. He makes fun of Star Wars all the time on his podcast. He's like, "This shit's fucking dumb." But he does it specifically because it pisses people off. Bill Burr. That's just why he does it.
He's a troll. He was a troll before that became a title to have. He's like a troll before it being like, I like trolling.
Notorious ball buster, right? I think they would go in the cellar. It would be him, Patrice O'Neal, Kevin Hart, who else? All they would do is just ruthlessly, a step above what friends do, right? Because you talk shit to your homies, but they would kind of take it one step too far.
Dang, old Kevin Hart was really, really funny, man.
No. Dude, I fucking old Kevin Hart. I miss Patrice O'Neal. He fucking died back in 2011.
He was a different breed. Patrice O'Neal was a different breed. He was a mean guy. He was just mean.
He was the ultimate misogynist. He's like what I feel like what those incels need, because he's clearly joking, but in an extreme way. But there's maybe 5% of that he actually believes, but he's saying because he knows it's so fucking over the top. And I feel like the incels would benefit from it being contained than say Andrew Tate turning it into a commodity and shit. But
I love Andrew Tate, man. I'm sorry. I love how toxic he is. Because it's just funny seeing someone be everything I was told not to be growing up.
It's not
like finding a person that would be like, "Oh, my grandmother was warning me about you. You're the person she was like, don't be like." It's just funny to me.
No, dude. He used to be funny when I thought he was Patrice O'Neal. When I thought he was basically a Patrice O'Neal, just like, oh, this is just some toxic piece of shit, this being over the top. And then it turns out, oh, wait, no, he's actually doing the worst shit imaginable. And I'm like,
he ignorant for real. He ignorant for real. I don't know if he's also a black man, too, makes me really upset. Finding out Andrew Tate was black kind of made me sad. I wanted to sit down for a bit and be like,
it is a little disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. What you got?
Who was really jarring? Mike Myers in Inglourious Basterds was really weird. That was a weird thing that happened.
Was he?
I didn't think that. It was weird that he played Hitler. I wasn't expecting that.
Wait, that was him?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fucking, you don't remember the intense scene? Fucking, when
I don't remember that scene that well.
What's his name? What's the main character's name? I can't remember his name. Brad Pitt. Then they meet into this room, and then Brad Pitt, it's all intense. It has that jarring fucking anxiety music and stuff. opens the door to Hitler's office, and Hitler turns around and he's like, "Yeah, baby, yeah," and then fucking, you don't remember that?
Nah, I happen to not.
Yeah,
I do not remember that moment.
Yeah,
at all.
He is in that movie. I don't know who he plays. He plays like some British guy. Like he plays a British dude who's like in the same room as Winston Churchill. How Winston Churchill's like in the far corner of the room, and then the British guy. He's the guy who briefs oh my god, Assassin's Creed movie. Michael Fassbender on
Fassbender. That's who you remember him as. Oh my god, that's so crazy.
Michael Fassbender. Yeah.
He briefs Michael Fassbender on Operation
bunch.
Kino and the plot to burn down the movie theater or whatever, and he's the British guy. And it's like, you're Mike Myers.
Michael Fassbender.
Yeah. And like Churchill is like, light me another cigar, baby. Like,
yeah, baby, yeah. And he picks him up and spine busters her.
If Inglourious Bastards was all Mike Myers, like it was like a Nutty Professor type movie where like Mike Myers played everybody, I feel like I would not like that movie probably.
No, of course you wouldn't. Of course you wouldn't like that movie.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that I probably wouldn't like it.
What's the most jarring? Seeing somebody like, oh, this person, I can't take you seriously. You're from this.
Yeah, I'm trying to think
seeing comedy actors in anything serious. It's like, shut the fuck up. Go make a joke about something. You can't be a serious actor. You're a comedian. Like, if Seth Rogen did a movie about like his daughter having cancer and him being a loving dad, his daughter having cancer. I'm like, shut the fuck up and go get your foot caught in a window trying to.
That's
kick
a ridiculous
out
thing to say in a post Breaking Bad world, though. Because like pretty much everybody on Breaking Bad is a comedian,
William
literally.
Burr.
Bill Burr's in that. Fucking Bryan Cranston, literally.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah, Kevin Hart from Breaking Bad. Bob Odenkirk.
Who the hell would Kevin Hart play? What if Kevin Hart was Jesse?
Kevin Hart could have been
season
Jesse.
Season 2, he's just Jesse.
If he was younger,
like they just take him out.
He would have been a good Jesse. If he would have been a good Jesse, I think.
Who?
If he was just like Kevin Hart, if he was young.
You're out of your fucking mind.
He's just too old.
No, he could have done.
He's too short.
What are you talking about? He's just like. So is Jesse.
Jesse's not Kevin Hart short, man.
Well, he's not Kevin Hart.
No,
short,
but he's also not. I feel like Kevin Hart is like 5'4". Jesse's actor is like 5'6", 5'7".
Let's see.
Kevin Hart is 5'2", probably.
Aaron Paul. That sucks. It doesn't even autocomplete if you put in Aaron. It's just Aaron Rodgers, a bunch of Aarons before Paul. Poor guy.
He's like 5'8".
I don't think he's 5'8".
Oops.
He is 5'8".
He is 5'8".
He's 5'8"?
Yeah, which is very short on television. So
that's true.
People are usually like Bryan Cranston was almost 6 foot.
Kevin Hart is 5'2". I was actually right.
5'4".
I was actually totally right. That's nuts.
5'4".
No, if you Google it right now.
I thought he was 5'4".
No, he's 5'2", man. I could tell, man, just looking at him. I'm like, I know I'm taller than you intrinsically.
Wow.
And I'm short.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
Imagine being 5'2". Imagine being 5'2" for real.
I know what it looks like. My friend that moved to France about a decade ago, 5'2". That was a little. We slap him around a lot just because we can, you know?
You just shove him around, grab by his head, and shove him around. Shut the fuck up, you little piece of shit.
His name was Chris, too, man. It was, I don't know what's going on with this whole Chris thing.
It's genetics, man.
There's too many of us, first of all. That's probably...
Yeah, it totally makes sense. As soon as you name them Chris, it just knows. The DNA just freezes you.
You're going to be short.
So if I name... I have a kid, and even if it's a girl, I name them Shaq. Do you think they'll fucking just?
No, I think they would.
Like
I think they. You know what? They would never. They would never be old enough to get tall because they would probably kill themselves in high school. So that's probably.
I feel like Shaq isn't a kill yourself name.
Shaq is absolutely for a woman. It absolutely is. My name is Shaq.
Your little daughter named Shaq.
Can you imagine some teenage boy being like, "Man, I'm just so in love with Shaq." No, you can't. You fucking can't imagine that. She's gonna have no prospects. No one's gonna be interested in her.
They arrest Shaq for being a pedophile.
She's gonna grow into her name. So she's gonna look manly. It's gonna be a whole fucking disease.
I swear, I'm not dating a teenager.
I think people.
Some other shack.
I do think people's names affect how they look. Like actually,
1,000%.
Like scientifically speaking, like
to a degree.
I think to a notable degree.
Dude, if you just look at, I look at cholos for example. If you look at the average cholo that is in East Los or anywhere in the surrounding areas, the way that they grow up and the names, the things that they call themselves, the nicknames and stuff, and they carry themselves in a specific way and a specific light, and then their fucking face changes. It molds to like the like that fucking mean, that glare that they do a lot and shit. It just kind of, and it sticks. And then they have a specific walk about them, and then it just sticks. It is 100% real. Like you saying that, people form themselves around the shit that they're called, and if that's why, like, there's the weird thing, like, oh, your name's Simon. Well, the odds are your parents are stupid nerds, and they're gonna surround you by stupid nerdy shit, and you're possibly gonna gravitate towards that too. So now you're a fucking nerd named Simon. It just like happens.
I don't think names make. I don't think names. I think names they do some of the work, but I think it's just like.
Of course, it's not 100%. Yeah. It's just there is a more like say there is a likely like if your name is Stacy and Chad, like it's the same thing. Your parents were dumbasses, and they're into that like that culture of the Stacy. That's why why you see a lot of those girls that are named Stacy and Brittany and all that shit that are kind of like
all the E's,
shit.
Man. I hate the E's. I hate it. I hate it. All my friends are them too. All my friends and all of their names end in E except for one girl I know. That's my friend. Only one doesn't. Every other girl my friend heard their names, at least their nicknames, what we call them, end in E. All of them.
What about any bitch niggas? You know any of those?
Nah, I wouldn't do that. None of my niggas would go through that.
Nah.
We're all safe. We're all safe.
All right. So do you feel like you didn't live up to your name since you're a fucking king, bro?
I mean, I don't know. Like maybe not. I don't know.
You little bitch ass nigga. You know me. My spelling is after those fucking oil machines. They're called derricks, and I'm like, hey ma, what's the deal? Why did you spell? Why am I named after oil?
I feel like
rigs?
Black parents are resentful.
Those fucking crane things that just go into the ground and pumping shit. And I'm like,
I feel like
why?
Black American parents are resentful, and they just name their children things out of hate. I really feel like it's out of hate or some shit like that. It's like either I'm gonna name you an angel's name so you don't get killed young, or I'm gonna name you something fucking stupid because I just don't like you.
Yeah, like Ezekiel or some bullshit.
Fucking Michael or fucking
Michael.
I knew one Black Raphael. I knew one Black Raphael, and he was such a cunt.
Of course,
he was such a cunt, and he was like, I hate, and he did hate his name. He was a cool dude, but he was just like, I can't fucking stand my name. And he was really good at making fun of people. And it was just like, damn, Raph.
That's a good name, man. You can go Raph, Rafa. I don't know. I don't have any
problems. I like the nickname Raph a lot.
Yeah. Raph is a good name.
Yeah, that works.
All right, let's
go.
Yeah.
He couldn't stand his fucking name, but we loved it.
I go by he, him, or Nick Carr. He wrote in, he says, hello, Christopher Columbus's descendant, Snow Bunny, Tuskegee Airman, and schizophrenic domestic abuse victim. I've been watching Chris and Derek since the anti-SJW era and the podcast ever since the three of you started together. As a broke college kid, I've been unable to donate until now, and since it's my birthday month, I decided that I'd finally give you payment for all of your work. Thank you, man. Thanks for jumping on.
Oh my God, thank you so much, brother.
We appreciate you.
Appreciated. Yeah. He says, I wanted to ask, what is the best or worst birthday best or worst birthday or birthday gift you've ever gotten? I hope the podcast continues to do great and that none of you go missing. Thank you. P.S. I'll keep it brief since Chris doesn't want essays. Because Sween said something stupid, I decided not to donate to the $200 Gears of War package, and I spent it on weed in a hooker in spite. I forgot about that. Yeah, we did offer a $200 tier.
The Gears package.
We did offer we do offer a $200 tier for exactly. What was it, like a couple? 15. Like I think it was like
it was 15 minutes,
maybe 10 seconds. I think
it was not minutes. It was not minutes. It was maybe like a minute max of co-op or horde gears.
As soon as the game starts, you have 1 minute. You have 1 minute. You have 1 minute to the game.
No, you have 1 minute.
You set up the map and then you
setting up
over
setting up the map counts to your time.
Yeah, absolutely. Fucking
oh man,
getting to the lobby.
Yeah, the lobby counts. The lobby is game time.
What
man.
a bunch of rat bastards. That's so.
Can you fucking
up,
imagine?
Dude.
I would love to. We're so transparent about that I kind of hope we have the opportunity to do it one day. I hope somebody does do it, and then we go do it exactly as we
for the
say
principle.
Just for
like
the principle.
Motherfucker's like, I want that experience. I want you to rob me.
Fucking shitty. Could you imagine doing that? That's so disrespectful, dude.
Hey man, there's got to be, out of the people that watch this, there's got to be one.
No one. Don't actually do that. Don't actually do that. But I just think it's funny. I just think the concept is hilarious. But all right. So best or worst birthday. So best or worst birthday gift I've ever gotten. This is a difficult question for me because my birthday and Christmas are so close together that like oftentimes when I think back, it's difficult to remember which one was a birthday and which one was like Christmas because they're both in December and they're like maybe like I think 20 days max apart. So I remember the Game Boy Advance SP was the gift that I remember getting specifically that was like, this is fucking amazing. And I remember that being distinctly a birthday gift because I remember feeling like, ooh, I can play games in the dark. That's amazing. I can't believe it.
One time.
Revolution.
I can tell you guys my worst one.
Something that they save a Game Gear had for fucking years prior.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's true, yeah.
Crazy.
But that battery was so bad.
The fucking 6 fucking batteries, bro. If you wanted 6 AA's if you wanted to play.
The fact that anything ever took 6 AA batteries is crazy to me. But one time Lily's aunt got me a gift card to Red Robin's. And I was just like, Nina, I don't even eat this. I don't even like Red Robin.
I hate that, man.
Prize,
what
bro.
is it? What is it with that, man? What is it with gift cards to restaurants you don't go to?
Why give me a card when you just give me money? Like they go and they buy a gift card, and I'm like, look, just give me cash.
Yeah, at the very least, give me a debit card. One of those load the
no,
money on the card.
don't give me give me cash. I can buy drugs or blunt wraps if I need to. I don't want fucking gift cards. Give me cash.
I mean, look,
hand me money.
People have been conditioned to think that giving cash is wrong, and I agree with you. It's fucking not.
It's the best gift.
I would always prefer cash, unless somebody is. To be honest, I prefer nothing. To be completely real, I don't like the gift exchange thing because of the expectations. I just don't like it. Because some people.
I don't like asking for things in general. I'm like a very proud idiot. So I don't like asking for things in general, but I'd rather just people because it's like it's the unfairness of like you got to get somebody something back.
That's what I'm saying.
I really
the expectation.
don't like.
I don't like it, so I'd rather just not do that. I'd rather just the pressure of because even when people say this, even when people say I don't expect nothing from you in return, and then if years go by and you actually give them nothing, they will be bothered. They will. Even if they say that, they're fucking lying. Because people that like to give gifts also love to receive them. That's just like, it's not like they demanding shit, but they just like the exchange. They like it. And I'm just like here to say that some years, some people have bad years. Some people are, not doing so well. And it's like, can we just like skip all of that shit and just enjoy each other's company? Let's go fucking do some shit or whatever. And let's not spend hundreds of dollars this year in Christmas or some shit like that. I would just prefer that. So everybody keeps their money.
Lily's making fun of me now. He's like, you always get gifts, you fucking asshole. She's like literally right now texting me. You're like, you always get fucking gifts, Kingston, you fucking piece of shit, you're lying. And I was like,
yeah, you do constantly get gifts.
You tell her to plug her fuck. You tell her to plug her.
I remember being jarred. I remember genuinely being jarred that you were still getting gifts at all because it's like adults don't get gifts really. Not in the way that you get them. I
admit as for me, because Lily's family loves giving gifts. That is their thing. In particular, her dad. Every Christmas, dad last Christmas got me an i9 12 processor for Christmas. He just got it for me. He was like, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I was like, "I kind of want this thing, but I can buy it myself." And he was like, "All right, cool." And then Christmas came and he got me that, and I was like, "That's very expensive."
You are like. The fact
he has Kingston has white privilege.
Yes, absolutely.
I really don't have white privilege at all.
You do. You're living a white. You're living a white privileged life. Absolutely.
This guy,
you're in a place you're in a home you're not paying for. You get gifts constantly, and you don't like it's. You're come on, dude. Like,
bro, for a gift, you
an
had the
i9
audacity to
processor.
be like an i9 processor that is probably at least $400.
I was going to get it myself. I was like,
I got a sweater. I got a sweater for
know
Christmas 2 years ago.
I know zero people that would be able to even think about getting me that shit. Like, okay, fair enough. My wife maybe could do that. My wife, you live in
stupid, nigga. You a dumb nigga. That's why you don't know good people. You dumb black bastard.
Whoa, hold on. Wait, Kingston.
I don't know. Wait,
you can't
say that.
You can't say that word.
Being good.
What?
You can't say that word. Yeah, you can't say
stop
it.
Me. Either of you try to stop me.
You're just getting this conversation. You're getting lighter by the second. As
stop!
You're talking.
Stop! I can't, dude. I could not live as
Look, it's already happening. Look at his hands.
And then it
look, dude, stop playing. I turned my hands, and they're the same color here.
I am appalled at this conversation. Look, you need to cease this malarkey right now.
I can admit this. All jokes aside, I am a very, 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 very lucky fella. You know, I've been very poor, but I've always had people that have looked out for me in my poorness. And then before that, I lived in like a very decent lifestyle. So I never have had to struggle like a lot of other people have, and I very much so admit that and I acknowledge that. I never deny the fact that I grew up with a grandma that was a doctor. Like, I'm very open about that being a truth.
Yeah. What are you, gay?
But I still unfortunately was a nigga, you know?
It is. I will say in your defense, it is luck. I will say that
it's very
not
lucky.
It's not like, because I know some people who go out of their way to make sure they're around people that they could leech off of. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's people that, like my friend, the one that actually moved to France. He was that type of guy at first. He would be positioning himself to where he can get like free shit. Girls that he dated, one girl, you know, she was a stripper. I made boatloads of money, so then she would just shower him with money and shit. Like, that's how he would position himself. And me, I'm just like,
that's a
must be nice in my fucked up car, all smoking and shit. Like, my car.
Lily's calling me. Lily's calling me white.
Your car has square wheels.
Lily's calling me white right now. She's literally calling me. She's called me. She's like, "You're white. You have a lisp. You're white.
Damn.
Stupid. You're a straight up cracker, my guy." That's hilarious. That's really hilarious.
You need to put some earmuffs on her, or you teach her.
I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna beat her like I'm a white man. She keeps talking shit.
Yeah. Hey, go reach into that dresser right there and go pull out a wife beater right now. Let's go.
Yeah. Just pretend you're Kingston. Just pretend you're a lesbian. So you can go out and beat her up.
Exactly. There you go. Bro, the statistics are like 40%, bro.
44%. I really can't believe that. That honestly blows my mind every time I think about that.
I thought it was like 40%.
No, it's 45. Like, hold on. I could be. It's over 40 is bad, by the way. Like, regardless,
because they're women. Just because they're women. Yeah. That's why.
They're
lesbian domestic violence.
Yeah, and let's be real. It's not commercial lesbians. It's the ones. You ever see? You guys see a Goofy movie, right? You ever see a Goofy movie?
Yeah.
There's Roxanne's dad. If you ever remember what Roxanne's dad looked like, that's the women that are doing the beatings. Go look up that nigga, and then you'll basically be like, this is
44
beating up these people.
44%.
They're beating up these women, and those they're rough. They're rough looking cats, man. They fucking.
No, or it's the macho one beating up the feminine one, or the feminine one beating a shot of the macho one. I love it because it's women. It's women. It's always women. It is always them. It's always them. I know it.
Let me go pull up this picture. You can see who I'm talking about. I want you guys to get a good. I hope stupid web. I hate this format, bro.
I love it.
WebP or whatever.
The problem with everything.
Yeah, WebP. Yeah.
Yeah, it's annoying.
What you doing to me? Why you do this? Kings and queens and
okay, I got a good one here from Scooped James.
Okay,
let's go.
He says, "Hello, Wingus, Bingus, and Dingus. What's the dumbest / worst thing you or someone else you knew did at school?" So this is a funny question because he precedes it with something that tells me that he grew up in a very nice place. Because he said, for instance, like a buddy of mine stole a teacher's phone for no reason.
Okay.
Oh man,
which is like,
I just shared a.
What is that? What is that?
I shared.
What am I looking at? Why did you share this?
This is raw code. This is raw source material. My God.
I shared a fucking a novel like you did last time.
At least yours could be clicked through the place. Mine was just straight up source, bro.
That's just all. That's all I got. There you go. I was just trying to show you what these lesbians look like. The domestic abuse was.
Oh my God!
Look like
look. I went through the images. Look what I found. This is one of the first things I found, bro. I swear to God.
Oh my God.
What was the question?
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Sorry, Scoop James.
No, let's hear it.
I already read it.
$5 and ask some questions.
Say
it again, man. Goddamn.
Oh my God.
What is the
what's
dumbest
the dumbest,
thing?
worst thing someone else you knew did at school?
He stole a phone.
And then he said that somebody that he knew stole a teacher's phone for no reason, which to me is like very, very low on. Like, I knew a kid who unleashed like hundreds of rats, like in school in the middle of like an assembly.
Rats,
I don't know how he did that. I think it was field mice. I don't know. But it was like, I think some of our friends who went to the same high school might remember this. I can't remember what the volume of rats were. I don't even remember if they were like it was some plague or something, like some ridiculous number of animals that he just let loose these an insane number of animals in the school during like an assembly or something. So that when everybody went back into the hallways, it was just like full of, I don't know, lizards or mice or like I don't remember what the fuck it was. I wish I could remember. I'm sure like Paul, Gabby, and Jalen might be able to remember. But it's a nuts.
Well, the kids are definitely one of my friends brought a gun to school. It was crazy.
Pretty par for the course.
Yeah.
Chill. Whoa. What else? There was the time that some guy slapped the teacher and the teacher punched the fuck out of him. He thought he was tough because it's how it is. A bunch of kids that like, oh yeah, I'm a fucking hood G, gonna go slap a grown man. A grown man's like, all right, bro, you're 18, and knocks the shit out of him. The teacher got fired, obviously.
Yeah. I think teachers should be able to do that. Like I think they should have the authority to be able to beat the shit out of students if they hit them first.
There used to be. I remember hearing about this kid in school who used to go into the theater room and like just jerk off, and then like clean it up with the theater wardrobe. I remember hearing that. That was like a thing that was happening, which is so fucking heinous.
There's definitely a kid that got caught jacking his dick in class too. Shit like that happened. It's just school.
Kids, bro.
It's just school. It's just like kids are.
I knew a guy named Gerardo, and I heard this from Gerardo. Narked on himself. This is something that you don't fucking tell people. But he said in one of his classes, he used to fucking beat off and bust in his pants and just let the fucking nut just drip down his leg.
That's so fucking crazy to say.
Dude, it's the idea of that happening, too. Because, like, you know that shit gets cold, like, really quick? So this nigga just, like, bust, and then that shit's just all, like, just chilling on him. And then what does he do? He just waits till he probably recess or whatever and cleans up or something? I'm like, I can't believe this dude narked on himself. Why would you tell anybody that? If you do it, fine. If you do it, there's probably a bunch of freaks, right, that are doing a lot of freaky shit all the time. But you don't tell people.
Coming in your own pants is so barbaric, bro.
It's not cool. It's one
so, like,
one time it happened to me,
yourself, bro.
But not under, like I didn't self. It was actually, dude, the fucked up thing was it was very public place too. I was I was waiting. This is when I was biking everywhere, and I was hanging out with my girlfriend at the time, and I was waiting for a bus, and she was just, she's a fucking deviant, and that was a one time only thing, because I'm telling you, it's such an awful experience. Like, just I'm also, this could be like more of a Me Too thing, because like I said, I hate touching my own nut. It pisses me off. It just annoys me. I feel grossed out.
It just makes you upset.
What are you doing here still?
Yeah,
it's like, what are you still doing here? Like,
I'm like, damn it. I'm just like agitated. Like,
I'm done with you. Go now.
I guess that's what the sock niggas want. Like they just make sure there's nothing, and then they just throw it away and they're done. They don't even think about it anymore.
They pitch it away, dog.
Yeah, that's probably their thinking. They don't have to get up and if you're using tissues or whatever, and like, all right, you gotta go to the. These niggas just sling it and then they're done. And they're immediately turn over and start press start unpause on Final Fantasy VII, and they're fucking now they're
That's
gone.
Crazy. Imagine the middle of Final Fantasy VII for nothing particularly sexual happens. You see like a choke away, like and you beat your dick off. Your fucking cum-filled sock. Not even like you had a big load, so your sock is dripping. You throw it at the wall, gets stuck to the wall, and you unpause Final Fantasy and keep playing. I'm trying to be that kind of monster, bro.
Dude,
I'm trying to get there one day.
I hate these fucking images of Oppenheimer put through like Cillian Murphy in the wardrobe put through the fucking smile filter.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any of them.
It's just so unnerving. It's like let me see if I can. I'll send it. Of course, it's Ghost Raid that tweeted it out. Here you go. I put it in the little chat. You can see. It's just like it's not. You don't. It's just.
Ghost is the most ill-behaved person on the internet I've met in my life.
All right, let's get. You want to get one more question in?
Yeah, one last.
Let's get one more.
That's a more specific topic. Okay. Texas tater tot salad, or Texas tater salad wrote in. He says, "Howdy to the misogynist triad. What is a moment that you realized you were too far in a rabbit hole? For me, it was when I realized I was enjoying an anime about a high school boys volleyball team. Also, Dragon Ball Z's art style is way uglier than One Piece. That's insane, but all right, God bless you.
That's fucking stupid.
Anyway, far too in a rabbit hole. One Piece has some
amazing art moments, but to say Dragon... Yo, what is wrong with One Piece fans? Are you guys stupid? Are you guys actually does watching that show make you less smart?
I think so. They're just haters and losers. They're just haters and losers, man. Just don't.
It's the same. Exposing yourself.
I like One Piece, bro. I love that show. In fact,
I think being invested in the same exact story for as long as One Piece fans have been, and then, by the way, this is not exclusive to One Piece fans. I would say the same thing about people who are like into fucking soap operas and shit.
Yeah. Just haters and losers. That's it. They don't have anything good to. Oh wait, what are you doing? Why are you arresting me?
Donald Trump is gonna live forever. If the world of Coco exists, then Donald Trump will never die. Because that impression will always be fun.
Yeah,
why do you have
it's pretty good.
It's so funny how fucking you're such a big you're such a big person. I mean that just generally that like those look so small.
They actually,
bro,
they do.
Look at this compared to my hand.
That is pretty insane.
My hand was smaller than this once upon a time. When I was small,
I'm fucking Andre the Giant over here. Fucking
yeah, dude,
it's insane.
That's why I don't like these ones. I want to get a 3DS. I can't find where anyone has a 3DS to buy it off of.
What is that? I want
a 3DS. This is a DS Lite, bro.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay. Just Lite, bro. I want to play these games, but I can't because my hands are too big to play them. My thumb is bigger than all of these buttons. I can press every button at once with my thumb.
It's pretty impressive.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
no, it's not. It's an awkward space.
Anyway.
What was the question?
The question was, what is the moment that you realized you were too far in a rabbit hole? I've got a pretty good answer to this. I remember there was a point, like it might have been 2016 actually, that I was like that was back when we were watching a lot of really heinous shit.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
And and it was like one of the first times that I had been home since I had acclimated to being like an independent adult surrounded by nothing but friends. And I showed my cousin this video that I thought was really funny, and it was like, I think it was like, I don't remember exactly what it was, but the general vibe of it was like a lively type of video, not with a person, but like with like a fucking animal. I think it was like a squirrel. Or like a fucking, I don't know, just something that I probably shouldn't have showed like a family member or whatever. And he was like, "What the fuck is that?" And I was like, "Oh, it's a fucking, it's a squirrel getting struck by lightning." Or whatever. And he was like, "Oh, why'd you show that to me?" And I was like, "Why did I show that to you?" And then I thought I had like an existential crisis. I was like, "Oh, maybe I really should compartmentalize these things." Because I don't want to bring shit up to my parents by accident. I don't want to go to my parents and start saying the shit that I say to my friends. So I was like, "Ooh, I should really figure things out."
Right. Yeah.
I'm really deep into here, where I didn't even think twice about sharing this video of a I don't even thought it was like a monkey it was like a monkey peeling a squirrel like a fucking cheese stick or something, like some fucking ridiculous shit.
Ouch.
You know what's crazy? You know what is crazy? Every person that has spent a prolonged period of time around me has become acclimated to those kinds of videos, to the point that every person I've lived with, sense of humor has gotten way more fucked up since living with me.
I wouldn't be able to, if I lived with you, it wouldn't. I can't do those videos.
No, you're saying that now, Derek. Until you get a laugh because it's the laughter, man. Some of the shit I've seen and the laughs we've got. There was one video I showed Chris.
The 1 second video of the horse falling off the bridge is really fucking funny.
That's great. See, that's great because I'm not seeing like violence.
Oh, no. There's no viscera and stuff like that. I try to keep those videos away. But like, there's videos of like, there's plane crash compilations, right? There's one video that is so funny. It's the guy running away from the crash, but then he gets hit by the engine. And it's so funny because if he stayed still, he wouldn't have been hurt. But when he ran away, he put himself in a perfect place to get hit by the engine.
Isn't that crazy?
He could have just stayed still.
Bro, did you see that fucking... Did you see that there was a crash, right? And a cop. This is the cop's fucking like chest cam. There's a crash, and so he's pulled over at the site. The fucking flatbed is, getting ready to lift the car up, and fucking some genius, some fucking Evel Knievel, just fucking goes up the ramp and then fucking a car that's driving. He perfectly lands on top of the car and just causes the cars to explode. Like, it seems like a stunt. It's like so unbelievable that I'm like, the timing is impeccable. How the fuck did you even what was he doing did he go up the ramp on purpose? Like,
moments
it was perfect.
Moments like that where things don't have to get that bad, but they get that bad, just make me wonder, like, because, like, it's like the moment when you get under stress, you have to react, right? Like, when you're in duress, you have to know how to react. It makes me realize how many people have terrible, like, thought process. They just, like, I'm just going to freak out now and do something. Instead of, like, being like, all right, let me think a quick moment and react appropriately. There's a car. Where did he think he was going to go? He was going to drive off the ramp, land, and then drive away and go off into the sunset where he needed to be? Or he decided to flatten another person and blow up both the cars.
It's honestly nuts.
Oh, Lord, dude.
I'm going to show you this.
People just don't think before they do things. That's what it is.
It doesn't make any sense. Why does this happen? Oh, wait, what? Why is it like this?
Why you keep sharing that dog?
I said don't. I said don't keep sharing that dog.
What the fuck? What is this? What did you send me?
I don't know. I didn't share the dog. I don't know because I like it. This shit's fucking.
Car flies 120.
No,
holy shit!
Like, what?
That's a crazy fucking. Car flies 120 feet after driving up a tow ramp.
Like, why does this happen? And then it lands on the fucking car.
Crying.
You know what? That is?
I'm crying right now.
You know what that is? That's just that's straight up. That's an intrusive thought that we all have. Driving up the ramp, the tow truck ramp, driving up the tow truck ramp. 1,000,000%, because like every time, because you think of like Grand Theft Auto or like Midnight Club or whatever, where like that was like the main way, that was like the main point, and then you see it in person, and you were like, you know what? That guy's having a bad day, and he was like, if I could successfully launch off this tow truck ramp, I will have found a reason to live.
I mean, I guess if I guess that's the only thing that's plausible to me.
Yeah.
That like a terrible day, you're gonna do some falling down type shit. You're like, all right, I'm fucking Michael Douglas, and I'm having a bad day.
It's me, Michael Douglas. It's me, fucking Ant-Man.
It's me, Ant-Man. They fucking fired me. Hey, there's a ramp right there. Let's get it. And then
all right, we ready? I don't know.
We ready to bring this bitch home?
Ready to bring it home?
Yeah, let's bring
Crankston, what are you doing? What is he doing? He's having a fucking Mitch McConnell moment.
Right. Oh my God! Do you see that?
Did
you see the tweet? Did you see the tweet where somebody was like, Mitch McConnell had a stroke about thinking about a black person having freedom, and he had a stroke from it. That's so
people are annihilating him.
I said that he was. I said, bro is fucking red ringing.
Yeah,
dude. Like straight up, we gotta have like an age limit on these people, man. Like you can't be you can't be shambling around like that and have as much power as you do. Like you just can't. I can't abide by it, man. And I get that there are people who are like way older than him who are like healthier. That's fine. Doesn't matter. To me, it's like arguing. It's like, well, fucking. Oh, what the fuck is? Oh no.
What?
Oh, my screen. Oh, okay, no, never mind. My screen like flashed for a second. Oh, maybe we should end this soon. I feel like something's going on.
Oh,
I feel like we might have a grid issue.
I want to show you Mitch McConnell's hand.
Well, does he have like a particularly?
He's dead. This is before he even had the death stroke. He's just dead. His hand is decayed.
Oh my God! What the fuck is wrong with him?
Like he's like, and to your point. Why is this piece of shit still serving, quote unquote, serving? Obviously lobbyists, but it's like, look at him. He's dying, and look, man. When you talk about like
that is terrible.
You talk about January 6th and all this stuff. I was telling somebody
his hand looks like mine, bro. That's crazy. That is crazy to me.
He looks like if you melted. He looks like if you melted a wax sculpture of Dana Carvey doing the turtle man from fucking Master of Disguise. He's such a weird looking guy.
That bothers
me the way he talks
much.
too. I'm pretty sure he's had like infinity strokes because he's like
his strokes are keeping him alive, I think.
That's crazy to say. That is a crazy thing to say.
Look, man, I'm sorry. You can't be that old. You got to go. There should be a limit. There should be an age limit for people serving in this capacity.
Someone should eat him, bro.
I think it should be.
His hand looks like my hand, bro.
Like
Mitch McConnell's hand looks like this, but just more wrinkles.
What if he's slowly becoming black as he ages? Because he was cursed. He was cursed by a fucking I don't know, like a. like a voodoo witch.
A voodoo witch. Sticks and glue, niggas, you nigga too. And then he becomes...
All right, let's go. Fuck it, let's get out of here. Let's you ready? Goddamn, we got a lot of we got quite a number of people. Yeah. So we ready to name? Thanks for the support. Thanks for the support. Go over to patreon.com/SnarkTank. Give us some love over there. If you can't, no big deal. Give us some reviews on podcast services, all that good stuff. Yeah, $5 you can have sex with all of us. That's a promise. Okay.
No.
Right. It's not cheating, Kingston. It's business.
It is business. Get your shit together, bro.
Honey, you don't understand. Honey, you don't understand. It's part of the user agreement.
Sometimes you gotta slip the Jimmy in,
Sweeney,
it's not a big deal, Lily. I'm just fucking them because for money.
Sweeney lick my weenie. Cam, God damn it, I'm black. Sweeney lick my weenie. Cam, dirigible von Beethoven, the Clicks. I go by he, him, or Nick Carr. Smitchy the Kid, Caucasian Container, the Cracker Barrel for Gays. Miguel O'Hara shooting Uncle Ben. Tinfoil Tyrant, King Ray, the Stingray Irwin Hunter. Nice. Putting blackface on my light bulbs. Ice-T raped my dragon. I don't know what that means.
Nice.
Given
you remember the Law and Order SVU?
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, all right. That makes. He wrote. He spelled it out like the drink.
Yeah.
So I just read it as the drink. I was like, oh, you mean iced tea, not iced tea.
Okay.
What's happening?
That's funny though.
That's funny.
Given the nature of the multiverse, somewhere out there is a young Spider-Man grieving the loss of his shot Uncle Ben Shapiro. Doc Jenkins and the Tism Schism. Bend my dick, come in or snatch, but read fluidly like a name. She pipkin on my pip a possum. Yes, that's my real name. Sweet baby ray guns. Wondering when Sweeney will record the gay Kendrick Lamar part of Gadioactive. Damo Nation. Average clit energy. Tony Cox pro gaper.
Nice, Tony Cox.
That's so dumb. They should make pedos wear GoPros in prison so you can see what happens to them.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Holy shit! I think that would be neat. He says, Star Coffee.
Awesome.
God damn, that's wild. That should be on C-SPAN.
What the fuck are you doing, Derek?
He's playing with light. Major League Gaze Ball. It's the same sport but with tighter pants. Transfem Gremlin. Exposing people with lactose intolerance to 90 million rontgens? Rontogens? I don't know how to say that name. Or that word. ROENTGENs of ionizing radiation. Rontgens? I don't know.
Rontgens, yeah.
Rontgens of radiation. My sexual awakening was the quirky goth girl from NCIS, and now my taste in women is ruined. You, Shavin Pen, the Angelic Dungeon Master presents Game of Thrones Special Victims Unit. That was a really popular fucking little fucking gag we had, I guess.
Yeah.
It was pretty good, to be fair.
Yeah. Remember the SVU, the dragon getting raped?
Yeah. It's all coming back to me.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
Please watch.
It would have to be the Game of Thrones theme, like in the base of the Law and Order SVU shit.
Tung tung. Please watch my Live Leak YouTube poop compilation. Craig the Canadian, Richard Fisting. It's your boy Shawnee D. See you guys when I get another job. All right, man. Take care.
Let's go.
We'll be here when you get back.
Yeah.
We'll be here when you get back, barring any unforeseen random controversy. That seems to be happening a lot. Matt Walsh is a hero of our time. Sweet Banging Gang for life. Bindi Butterknife on YouTube. BRB out bear fucking my dreams in Baldur's Gate 3. 3XO updating his Patreon name read at the same frequency of this podcast being recorded. Slurpin', strokin', smokin', jokin'. Emoticons going like this. Morning Owlet, Sheeny Tie. All right, let's do this one last time. My name is Pingus Parker. I was bitten by a radioactive dinner, and for the last 15 minutes, that's it. That's it.
Oh.
Nancy Pelosi killing a Palestinian with her massive tits. Obi won't you blow me. Snoop Dogg rolling Martha Stewart's coochie up like a joint and smoking it. Kremlin to Gremlin. Guy, Avi, something funny and topical. Shout out to Ivy's titties and Cassandra's ass. Them grab attacks go crazy.
That's right.
Wage Slave 583. I feel gay. Fuck you. The Papini brothers of Emporium of Submarines made by Ed and Eddie that play Sonic Drowning music. Spaceballs, The Patron. William Harrington. Sometimes I don't know if the 19th was a good idea. Tell him Steve Dave. A stupid lesbian goth edition. John Strickland. If you pee and cum showers and getting wait, what the fuck am I reading? If you like pee and cum showers and getting cocked in the butt, I'm not much into women. I'm into semen. Okay. That just seemed like a diatribe. I don't know if that was supposed to rhyme or what.
Yeah, I don't get the reference.
Yeah, I'm
like pina colada.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, if you like pee and cum showers and getting cock in the butt.
Oh, see,
I'm not much into women, but then it's like I'm into semen. That does not.
It's got a rhyme, bro.
It's
like,
got a.
You know, if you
there's a
colada,
there's a syllabic structure that you have to adhere.
Yeah. If you like
you've got to work at it.
And getting Merck's
1889.
In your face.
Yeah, keep going.
If you like sucking dick at midnight.
Merck's 1889.
At midnight.
Getting diagnosed as a schizo, but my doctor is Zoidberg, so I don't trust it. The First Church of Keith David's Wedding Band featuring AC/DC's Brian Johnson and Marjorie Jacqueline Simpson. The Latino Green Goblin from Spider-Man Unlimited. Pre-Roz, Blake896, she, her pronouns, but like a boat. Alaskan Oilfield Trash, Texas Tater Salad, Sue Hulk, Tickle My Ass Hairs, Nikki Ziggy. Insert Gears of War reference here. I'm running out of ideas, guys. No worries. Lobotomized Jesus.
Classic.
Can't wait to lick on Hulk Hogan's sloppy, wet, fat fucking pussy like a dog in a water bowl. Every time I come, it sounds like Squidward walking. Jackson DuPont, Bradley Brave, Hugger Derek. Just remember, this is the timeline where you're not Spider-Man. Aetherian, Progerian Hunter, Melphis 1, heir to the throne of Haphazard. And rounding out the list, as always, King of Haphazard. The King
of Haphazard.
Inward.
In the night, I hear a song, the coldest story ever told. Somewhere coming in this road, he sucked his balls, and his penis got harder. And then his penis got harder. Oh.